Welcome everybody. What's going on? I am Ashton Thompson, and this is A&D Reviews. This brother over here is Donald. And today, what are you doing? Are you dancing?
Millie Rock, baby. Millie Rock, baby.
I
was hypnotized into doing that, man.
You was hit what?
Yeah.
Today we're excited because we want to review the movie called Get Out.
Get Out.
This is Jordan Peele's first movie. And, of course, you know him from the Key and Peele fame. I think they're, pretty funny sometimes. But this is his first foray into the movies, as we say.
Yeah, well, my spiel. I'm going to give my spiel. Because, my spiel is the best spiel of the spiel of all.
Spill it out.
Anyway,
Spill it.
But you know what they say about opinions. But,
Jesus, help me.
This was a great...
Help me! Help!
I thought it was a good movie. It was a good movie. Race car was thrown around a lot. Well, the movie was about, I'm going to say white people. They would hypnotize black people, and they had a neurosurgeon that would take parts out of another person's brain and put it into their body. Well, you have to look at the way they was viewing the colored people, well, black people, as a superior being. How was that considered race? If you sit there and look at, they was looking at us like, they grab his arm. Oh, he looks good. His genetics are, one guy made the comment, oh, you did judo? If you put everything into your sport, you will be a beast. That was pretty much, that's what he said to him.
This movie was, it had a bunch of different, it was a thriller. It was a horror movie.
Comedy.
It was comedy. It was a satirical movie. It just had a whole bunch of things. I mean, even if I don't even really think it was a racial movie. It was just a movie about how an interracial couple, because at the beginning of the movie, he pretty much was, he told her that, that she didn't tell her parents that he was black.
And she didn't understand that.
Right.
That was the only part that was kind of like, well, but you don't know.
right. So my thing is that, it's just this interracial couple trying to react to her parents and her parents' friends more than I think it was a racial movie.
Right.
So I didn't really look at it towards the racial part of it. I looked at it, but of course race did creep in because of the little things.
Small things.
I thought it was a good movie, to be honest with you.
It was good.
I like because it was an escape from the norm with the horror movies, and I like it because it's a different feel. It's a different movie.
And I wouldn't even consider it a horror movie, man. I don't know why.
Right.
But it says it's a horror. It's a horror. But it's like a thriller, suspense.
Yeah, it's more of an
drama.
Alfred Hitchcock type movie.
Let me figure out this. Man, but I would say this. Everything was predictable.
Right.
Everything. I knew the girlfriend had something to do with it when the time they walked into the forest to go for a walk so they could have a silent auction with the bingo. The one thing I was like kind of baffled about is when that dude, the blind guy.
What was you baffled about with that?
I thought he was like for him. I thought he was on his side, but he was checking him out. He wanted what he had and how he views things. That's why I couldn't really sit back and say this is racist. They're viewing black people as a superior being. Like, man, I need his genetics.
I don't think it was that. I think that they're actually sizing them up as far as, okay, look, I'm about to be transferred into this guy's body. I want the best body that I can get. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it, they're not getting nobody that's fat. And that's a fat African American guy. You know what I'm saying? They was getting people that's pretty much healthy, pretty much. So I don't really think it has nothing to do with the superior race or anything, all that crazy stuff.
You talking about somebody healthy? The groundskeeper,
man.
That dude had some wheels on him.
That dude, man. And the thing is, it's like you want to get the best of that person, because once you transfer over to that person, then your body is gonna be that specimen.
Yeah.
And I think that the artist guy, he saw him because of course he has an artistic ability.
Right. He said he couldn't see things the way he seen it. That's why he wanted his brains for the things on how he views it.
Right. So let's go into some of the people that's in the cast. Of course, you got Daniel Kaluuya. I'm sorry.
You gotta say his name right, man.
Hopefully that's right. You know, this is a whole. He from another country. Allison Williams. You have Bradley Whitford, which I've seen plenty of movies with him, man. He's a great actor. Catherine Keener. I keep calling her Keener. I don't know if it's Keener or Kenner, but I've seen her in a multitude of movies, man. It's just like
she's been in the game for a while.
Man, she is like every time she always bring this character. She bring her characters to life. She becomes that person. And in this movie, she sold who she was. You know what I'm saying?
She did, man. And the crazy part is about how she hypnotized people was with a cup. Usually they have them sit in the chair, count to 10, or they wave some watch in their face.
Right.
Like, I didn't get it when she was like, I say, that's what she's using to hypnotize this dude.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, what they think, it's a stereotypical way people always thinking, well, you know, this is the only way you can hypnotize a person. She was showing that there's so many other ways to hypnotize a person, so many gifts that you can use, that he was being hypnotized and he didn't even know it. So I thought that was awesome. This movie was like,
he should have immediately just got out of that chair, man.
But you really can't get out of the chair if, you know, first of all, what you're thinking is that, okay, I'm trying to connect with, first of all, he was in love with the girl. He was in love with Allison's character.
Right.
And so what he was trying to do was he was trying to impress her mom.
Right.
You know, and at the same time he was trying to be cured of the cigarette smoke type thing. So he was like pretty much, hey, you know, it's either gonna work or it's not gonna work. You know, we'll see how it goes.
But another thing was I think he should have did is when the groundskeeper was running towards him. You see a big 270-pound dude running full speed at you, and you just staring at him. I'm like, are you gonna move?
Right. Right.
That dude probably would have killed you if he'd have hit you, man.
That dude, man, it was like certain things that I would have done differently than he would have done, because when I started seeing signs of craziness, I would have been gone then.
Yeah.
You know,
because I was telling my wife, yeah, he exercised.
Right, right.
And I was kind of, first I was thinking like, man, did they brainwash the black people into being slaves? But as it progressed into the movie, I kind of got the gist of what they was doing.
Right.
And I was like, once they said that was the grandfather, I was like, that's the grandmama.
And that's why I was like, man, you know, I honestly didn't get that until the part where they were actually in the car and he actually escaped the mansion, and, you know, he saw her laying on the ground, and then, you know, flashback to when he was a young guy and then his mom died. You know, I didn't get that until after she said something like, what did she say? You know, you destroyed my house or something like that, she said. And so I didn't get that until then. You know, that's why I'm saying it's not, I mean, for a long time it was predictable, but it had certain areas where you know you couldn't predict it until you know sat down and watched the movie.
Man,
I thought it was really good, man. I mean, you know, it's not a great movie, but I thought it was really good because it's like, you know, it messes with your psyche a little bit.
It has you thinking a little bit.
So what do you think about the dad, man? Oh, let me first of all.
First, the daughter was looking up a basketball player. I think that basketball player was for her father.
No, what?
I'm telling you.
You think so?
Yeah, who else I was gonna use him for?
I didn't think about that. I wasn't thinking about that.
It was either the father or the brother. But they pretty much.
I don't think it was the brother. It probably been the father.
Yeah, the brother's young.
Yeah.
So they was pretty much just sticking people in the old bodies into young bodies.
Right.
It's pretty so they can live forever. That's pretty much what they was doing.
Right.
So it was probably for.
Which is different, man. I like this. It's different.
Yeah.
You know.
It's what. We needed a movie like this.
I knew that something was wrong with her from the very beginning.
Man.
And it wasn't the fact. I mean, you know, she really played her character well. You know, but I was like, when I first seen the first guy, who was played by Keith Stansfield, when I first seen him walking through the I was thinking that maybe he was talking to her at the beginning or something, and that's where, you know, or she was talking to somebody. He was talking to somebody, but before he got kidnapped.
Right.
So I thought that maybe that would have been her too. The brother, played by Caleb Landry Jones, he was awesome. He was already crazy. You know, you could tell he was crazy at the table, and it had nothing to do with race. It had to do with the fact that this guy was a schizophrenic.
Yeah, he was nuts.
It's like he's one of those guys there that you could say that he'll try you, he'll challenge you. He's one of the guys that'll look at you and like, look, he'll size up with you. That's the type of guy he was.
Right.
So I mean, you could tell he was crazy. So he was already, he was the one that dragged the old boy into the car. So you can already that part was
It was kind of.
it was predictable.
I could have told who that was. Yeah, that's the guy that drugged him in the car.
Right.
I mean, yeah, she played her part well, very well.
So my question to you was, with the old lady and the young guy that got kidnapped before, do you think they switched him out with her husband?
You talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I was right because
And the writer, the director, the writer, he's a black guy.
Yeah.
And he pretty much like letting people know, like some people do view him as a white guy, but he's a black guy. You can't really put a certain race on the color because he acts a certain way.
Right.
And he's not from the hood. And he's
Right.
not throwing the N-word, F-word. I mean,
right, every 3 minutes or something like that. I mean,
we're about more than just that.
Right. I mean, he's those guys are multi-talented. Okay, Key and Peele. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't always get their comedy because some of their skits are funny, but to me, it's like after you come after Dave Chappelle. I mean, as far as sketch comedy, it's like your show can't compare to that because it's not the same funny. Their show was never the same funny as Dave Chappelle's show, but it was funny in a different way.
Yeah.
But not only do they do that, they write, they direct, they act. Key has actually played in a couple of other movies. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that they're a different breed of comedian. And actually in the interview he was talking about that he didn't want this to be a comedy because it would have been a totally separate movie. It would have been a totally different movie.
But the comedy did boost this movie up a lot.
Right.
A lot of people say they should have left it out. No, the comedy actually made the movie a lot better than what it was.
What's his name? Lou Ray Howery or something like that? Man.
Call him TSA. Man.
The dude is funny, man. That dude is funny. I think I seen him in something else. Man, I gotta remember this stuff that I'll be seeing him in. But this guy is like he's one of those guys that's naturally funny. He can say something stupid and it'll be funny. That's the type of guy he is.
Yeah.
And he actually added the much needed humor into this.
Even though he was being serious, it is people out there like that. Just to let y'all know, he was being serious, but at the same time, it was funny.
Right.
It was like, hey, you better get your butt out of there.
Right. Man, it's just like, it's just so much that went into this movie, man. It's and like I said, I didn't view it from the racist standpoint at all because it's an interracial couple. I mean, of course, a little bit of race is going to be in it, but it's an interracial couple.
Yeah, people don't throw race in that.
They're gonna throw race in it. They're gonna think it's a race movie about race. Some people are gonna even call it racist, but I don't think it was about that. It's about two couples that are interracial trying to relate to. He's just trying to relate to the family and trying to fit into their life.
And don't y'all get to throwing no conspiracy theories into the movie, like this guy.
I didn't throw it. Hey.
Now I'll probably put it in. Hey, you know what? They might try to do that to me tomorrow, man.
But what'd you give the movie? What did you rate it?
I give it a 6.
Why'd you give it a 6?
Well, I mean, it was good, but it wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it kept me to the point to where I'll watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's a 6, I'll sit back and say, yeah, I'll watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
It had me laughing.
Uh-huh.
It had me like on my toes as far as like trying to figure everything out. It wasn't a boring like predictability. It wasn't boring in that aspect. It was just like, man, what if this did happen? What if she is like this? It was one of those type of things. But it's all around. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Right.
Not bad at all. It's at the top of the list of good. So
at the top of the list of good.
At the top of the list of good.
I get this movie.
Like what's the name of that movie? Jack Reacher.
Jack
At
Reacher.
the bottom of the list.
Stop hating on Jack Reacher. I give this movie a 7, man.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I give this movie a 7, because I want to give it a 6, but I really can't give it a 6 because this is his first, director job, pretty much.
Gotcha.
So I liked it because it was different. I liked it because it had twists and turns in it. I liked it because Daniel Kaluuya and Allison Williams really sold their parts, because it's not easy for you to sit in a chair and just look straight and start crying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not easy, and I'm quite sure he's gonna know that there's some people gonna put race into it, which is like totally ridiculous. But I think that he really sold his part because he didn't come off as any kind of stereotypical, any type of stereotype. They just was a loving couple at the beginning. He didn't know she was crazy. So I think he really sold the movie. So I give it a 7 because, it has all the little things that you want in a thriller. Right. And it reminds me of an Alfred Hitchcock type thriller.
Yeah.
And also I got to give an honorable mention to Betty Gabriel. She played Georgina in this show, and she played her so well, man. As being like, of course she was the maid or whatever, but she played it so well is that, she actually cried like that too. And how can you just sit there and just cry?
Bust out,
just right. And then, you could tell that, something wasn't right with her,
From the jump though, man.
Right, but when she came out and she started running after that car, that was hilarious. That was just funny to me. I'm sorry. She hit that car and she rolled over and it was hilarious. So tell us what you really think of the movie. Tell us how you feel. I mean, even if you say something about the race car or whatever like that, we'll listen to you. But it was just a really good movie. I'm sorry. So leave the comments below. Let this guy know how you feel about him. No, that's your part. You're supposed to say that.
Give us a thumbs up. Tell this guy about his bad commentary.
My commentary is on point.
Let me know how my great commentary is.
Jesus.
How much of a astute person I am. Anyway, man.
And like and subscribe, man, because we do this because it's fun for us. We ain't trying to get all hyped up and
followeristic on you.
Yeah, we just want y'all to give y'all some good commentary on some great movies to go watch.
We ain't wearing makeup or none of that crap. This is raw and uncut. First take too. And this is A&D Reviews, and we are.
Hey, you just gonna be signing out. I might have had something to say. You lucky.